Hello, this is Dr. Dan Stepanowski, very proud superintendent for Las Virgenes Unified. Thanks for watching the video. Spend a few minutes with you giving you some updates across the entire school district. Here's some of the topics we'll hit. School cultures, cell phone policies, Measure S, bond updates, school safety, and finish up with a few general updates for the entire district. First up, we know how important school climate is. We know that there's a lot going on in the world out there that is impacting our families, our students, our communities. And I couldn't be more proud of how the staff and the students have reacted to those challenges and stresses, and created and fostered positive learning and cultures inside of our schools. Well, we want to continue to support that and maintain that. And so here are three things going on. First photo here is the Mobile Museum of Tolerance, supported by or put on by the Simon Wiesenthal Center. We thank them for this. This is a brand new vehicle that's heading out to schools, and the very first high schools it's going to in the entire state are Las Virgenes high schools. It was at Calabasas on Monday, going to Agora High School on Tuesday. Inside the Mobile Museum of Tolerance, students participate in a program called Combat Hate. It's a digital media literacy workshop designed to encourage critical thinking about online safety and pushing back on hate speech and content in social media. For our middle school students, it's been in all three middle schools now, is a program put on by Kaiser Permanente called Ghosted. It's where four students share their story about navigating life through high school, learning to cope with stress, anxiety, depression, relationship issues, really focuses on student mental health, wellness, and positive relationship building. And finally, at our elementary schools, I had a chance to catch Empathy Quest, also put on by Kaiser Permanente, and that was at Yerba Buena this Monday. It's going out to all elementary schools. Super excited about that. The Empathy Quest is helping elementary students understand their emotions, their big feelings, how to build empathy, how to understand and communicate and build positive relationships with their classmates. All three are fantastic programs. Cell phones, obviously a very hot topic in social media, in the media out there. We want, of course, our students focused on lessons, not distracted, and no disruptions in our classroom. And so we've been very seriously exploring this topic. Here's our current policy right now, very simply. Elementary and middle schools are very similar. Phones are off and away, including lunch and passing periods. High school is a little different. Phones are off and away. For class time, they are allowed to be out during passing periods and lunch, and teachers are allowed to use them for legitimate instructional purposes. We have had several meetings with a company called Yonder that develops a pouch that isolates the cell phone, and we are exploring a pilot at one or more of our middle schools about that. School safety is always top of mind. It is always our priority. It's always my priority. Our students and our staff's well-being and safety is of critical importance. We've done a number of things in this area that you're aware of, I'm certain, but a quick reminder, we've dramatically expanded our counseling support and services. We've created the Counseling Center, which is available in the afternoons and evenings for for students and their families. We also have a tip line, anonymous tip line called WeTip. We've added Cover 6 to our campuses with great success. We've done a lot of building improvements. Of course, we've seen lots of fencing going on. We've got visitor screening systems, electronic access systems, cameras as well. The photo here, though, speaks to our partnership with Lost Hills Sheriff. They recently opened a real-time watch center at the Lost Hills Sheriff Station. This is the first of its kind in LA County, and we are the first and only district that's partnering with LA County on this dynamic program, again, designed toward keeping our students, our staff, and our schools safe. They have a camera system there. You see on the bottom right-hand side with 6 cameras. They're watching fire cameras. They're watching intersections. They're watching weather. And if they need to, we have granted them access to the cameras on our campus on, only on a basis for evaluating a threat. And that speaks to some changing circumstance we have experienced. We've seen an uptick in swatting phone calls, which are basically phony threats designed to distract law enforcement. There's been a 100% increase across the country. I've talked to a number of superintendents. It's a horrible problem for them. And we've had 3 of these calls at Agora High School. So when things change, we need to reevaluate what we do and how we do it and reassess how we respond to these kind of situations and potential threats. And we are working with Lost Hills to modify our practices and procedures. The challenge with these recent calls is more specifically at Agora High School. The calls go to the sheriff's station. We don't get them, which is unusual. and they go on a non-emergency line. They're not even coming in on 911. So the first we know that there's been any call, deputies are literally arriving on campus with lights flashing, sirens blaring, and they're locking down roads. And so the first thing the principal has to do is find out what's going on, what's the information the sheriffs have, before we can even begin to prosecute that. So our priority is always gathering information, evaluating the threat, and responding appropriately. That's always going to be our initial priority. I also know parents want information, and they want information quickly. We did not do a good enough job at that most recently on the Agora situation, and that is on me, and we will improve that. So we will get information to parents quicker, but please be patient. That initial piece of information is going to be very incomplete. We're not going to have the entire picture. We're not going to have all the answers. We'll get you what we can as quickly as we can. And again, our priority remains evaluating, assessing the threat, and responding if need be. But we will get comms out sooner. And this partnership with Lost Hills is fantastic. They are a great partner. They care deeply about our student safety, our staff safety, and the school safety. And we are very lucky to have them in our community helping out and keeping our schools safe. A couple fun things to celebrate. Agora High School and Calabasas High School both received an AP School Honor Roll Award and AP Access Award. And that is because they both increased the number of students taking AP classes, they increased the number of students taking AP exams, and they increased the number of students passing AP exams. So congrats to the students and staff at Agora and Calabasas High School. Teacher of the Year, Lisa Hatfield. She's at AE Wright. She's fantastic. She has also advanced to the state. So congrats to Lisa and good luck in the state considerations. We couldn't be more proud of you. Measure S, I can't thank the parents and community enough for their support of Measure S. We can do so many significant upgrades to our campuses. Our campuses are 60 years old. They need work. So thank you very much for your support of that. It gives us $340 million in funds to upgrade our campuses. And that's going to occur about over the next 10 years. A lot of work ahead. Solar is complete at Lupin and Chaparral. But here's the schedule of the schools coming up next. They're currently working on Bay Laurel, working on AC Stell, and Sumac will be up after that. Other updates, roofing and heating and air conditioning are major priorities for us. We had 200 roofs that were leaking. We fixed about half of those, which is good news as we head into rainy season. Before we get to HVACs, we have to fix the roof first, and then fix the heating and air conditioning system. We don't want it damaged. Here's photos of the H building in Calabasas. Left-hand side is the hallways during construction over the summer. Middle picture is before they installed the ACs, and the right-hand picture is with the air conditionings installed. We can get most of our work done in the summertime, but it really only gives us 49 days or so to do the work. It's best for us to work on summertime. There are no students. We can work quickly and we can work safely, but of course, it's a small window to get things done. In this case, we got air conditioning done for 16 different classrooms, much work to do, and a lot of schools coming up. Here's solar at Bay Laurel Elementary. Here's a new field at Chaparral, fantastic. The students love it. We have extra padding in there for student safety and an organic infill. We've also added a new college technical ed program at Calabasas and Agora High School broadcast engineering classroom. And so here's some photos from there. Super exciting to add that pathway and option for our students. Upcoming Measure S projects include air conditioning for heating and air conditioning at Chaparral, Lupin, Round Meadow, and Sumac. Agora Pool, again, 60 years old, needs a lot of work and ongoing work with roofing and technology. Academic achievement as we wrap this up. Super excited to share that our scores are up across the board. Thank you to our students for their focus and our staff for their great work. ELA up 2%, math up 4%, and science up 10%. Our attendance is up as well. Thank you, parents, for partnering with us on that. Coming out of the pandemic, that was a major focus for us. All of our schools improved their attendance, and it matters because kids in the classroom connecting with their teachers, getting the instruction, and collaborating with their classmates, all good things and outcomes come from that. We'll end it there. If you have more specific questions about projects happening on your campus, don't hesitate to reach out to your principals. They'll be able to share information with you, and if they can't, they'll get questions to us, and we'll push that information out. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.